Alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D-Real coming at you with another Be Real with D-Real, where Edutainment explains it. Yeah, been having this conversation about skin tones and colors and things about comic book characters, specifically black comic book characters. Touchy, but I'm gonna try to touch it in the right way. Hopefully I don't offend nobody. Let's do what we need to do so we can do what we want to do. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the Be Real with D-Real page so that when new material comes out, you get it. If you dig what a brother's shoveling, put some dirt into my bucket. Comment, like, subscribe, and share, because edutainment is what I do. Just trying to lighten the moment because I know this is about to get terse. So let me lead off. We're talking about first melanin. Melanin is a dark pigment in the skin, hair, and irises of the eye. It is primarily responsible. I think the best way to describe it is primarily responsible for the tanning of the skin when exposed to sunlight. Okay, so there are varying amounts of melanin in different ethnicities of people. Some people have more, some people have less. People like myself tend to have more than, say, someone like Rob Lowe. Okay, I just watched him in a movie, so that's the first palm-colored person that popped in my head. But what I'm getting at is, do y'all not understand that there are different degrees of melanin amongst Africans and African Americans? That's silly, D-Real. Of course we realize that. Then how come we don't acknowledge it? And how come we still feel beholden? Or, you know what it is? A friend of mine named Kokai once told me that there is such a thing as racial trauma, that a race can collectively share a type of trauma, not even type of trauma that is passed on from generation to generation. Case in point being the Jewish people. Okay. Why not with us? Let me illustrate what I'm getting at. When it comes to comics, that's what a black woman looks like in comics. In comics, that's what a black man looks like. A black man. These are actors who have depicted comic book characters, or the comic book characters themselves, at least in the case of Miles Morales. We can see nuances in skin tone. They're slight, but they're there. And what I'm saying about that is, we can see that Michael B. Jordan is a different tone of skin than Samuel L. Jackson and Wesley Snipes, just as Chadwick Boseman, Don Cheadle, and Anthony Mackie are all a different tone of skin. Okay, we got an excuse for this in comics back in the 60s, when this is what a black man looked like. Now, for that, that's a print thing. We can't do anything about a print thing. It's something different altogether when the science of printing has caught up enough in animation and in print to give me that as a Black woman. But the skin tone is no different than that in print. Nuanced. Nuanced. Why do we instinctively make all Black people depicted in comics one tone of skin, when I have clearly pointed out to you what melanin does? It's one of my favorite posters. Show me the nuances in skin color. Did we do that for printing purposes? That's one explanation. Oh, because if we use a darker color of ink, they won't be dark enough. Or if we use a lighter color of ink, they won't be light enough. Okay, and I counter with him. He is not the same color as him, nor is she the same color as her. See what I'm getting at here? Why can't we have tones when we print? You can't tell me there's only one tone that makes dark skin. There's only one tone. So why are we upset about Aaron Pierre portraying Jon Stewart? Look at all of these people. They're all the same color of skin. They all have the same. So superheroes are only brown number 5. Is that what I am basically being told? So if Black people in real life can be as diverse as this, why can they not be that diverse in real life? Since we only stuck to a monotone color. We only stuck to a monotone color. So when we go back to this image, 4 different shades, 4 different amounts of melanin. Why can that not be depicted artistically? What if I'm telling a story about a brother who didn't get along in an all-Black high school because he was just a bit lighter skinned than the other children? So that story can never be depicted in a comic. I'm not saying it couldn't or that it hasn't been. I'm just saying by and large, it's not a commonality, and it should be if we've been walking around with this many different tones since forever. Oh, and is it about perception? Is it about getting the best looking person to depict that person for the job? Do they have to come as close as they possibly can to looking like that person in order to depict that person? We know that's wrong. So I can give you a perfect example of that with respect to my brother and to the great Supreme Court Justice. They don't look jack alike. Yet one portrayed the other. So my question is this: where is this hang up about color coming from? And is it that Willie Lynch thing where we think light-skinned people are they do something to people who aren't light-skinned because they was the house Negroes and we was the field Negroes? I mean, is it something like that? Or is it because we have been, by no fault of the artists, programmed to accept this is the tone when we say black. You know what I'm saying? This is the tone when we say black. If this isn't the tone when we say black, that character's not black to us, or that character's not black enough. We have been programmed to accept that all black people, unconsciously too, because I bet you never thought about it. All black people are one color in comics. Since we like to, you know what I'm saying, marinate on things that are supposed to make sense but don't. Why do we never marinate on that? You ever notice that every black person in every comic book and every cartoon ever depicted are all the same tone? They all have the same amount of melanin? Do you care? If you don't, you shouldn't be saying nothing about Aaron Pierre playing Jon Stewart. If you do care, it's something you should endeavor to change in a positive way. And that's all I can do, because I'm a solutions kind of guy. If you want to fix it, if it pisses you off that much, you should do something about it. Until then, or in such time as it changes, or your interactions affect some kind of change, as they say in the Bay Area, it's what it is, man. So deal. You know what I'm saying? Deal. And I hate to do it like that, but I mean, that's the long and short of it, isn't it? Am I tripping? You know, tones, colors. What exactly is a tone or a color? How many tones and colors can we artistically depict and not be offensive or disrespectful? I don't know. I ain't seen nobody willing to step up and do it. Until such time, it's what it is, man. And that is what it is for me right now. I am done because it's my birthday and I'm getting ready to have fun. Ooh, bars. That's it for now, y'all. But friend, now I will be coming at you with another one of the mother was. And until I do, y'all be good and be good to each other.